Hello, everyone. This is Henry Gonzalez, and we're doing a tier list video. But I'm being my friend Jason here is doing it, helping me with it. So if you would be so kind, say hi, Jay.
Yo!
So we're gonna do a tier list on Halo Wars 2. I wanted to do this for a while. I've been playing the game for like quite some time, and I am very excited to do this. I just got my Xbox like last year, and it's been so much fun playing it ever since. So, without further ado, let's get to the tier list. So, Jason, would you please kindly take us to the operators or the leaders, rather?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be showing the visual for you all since Henry doesn't have a good way of presenting it himself.
Yeah, but thanks to my friend Jason, he can help me out
Yeah.
with this.
Game and
So
Shocks, by
first,
the way.
yeah, make sure you guys go check out this channel. I'll post a link into the video on the comment section. So,
Or
without
it
further
should be in
ado, let's
the
get into it.
it should be in the description too.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be in the description. So let's get on to this tier list, shall we, Jay?
Yeah. So I have never played Halo Wars 2, so I have no say in this other than like I guess aesthetically I could say, and that's really it.
So first off, this is a cutter that we're starting off with. I'm
Sounds like
gonna
a
place him
villain.
in S tier. No, he's actually the main like character, I think. Well, the main leader in the game. He has a good ODST drop, and he's really good like overall support player. He's got Arbiter bomb, I think, and a slew of other powers that are pretty good. But overall, great leader. Um,
Oh, by the way,
I think
this is
he's
how I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is how we have it laid out. We have God tier, so like the greatest ever to exist in Halo Wars 2, and then S, A,
right,
B,
right,
C,
right.
D. There's no F tier. So I don't know if there is an F tier for this.
No,
Okay,
just I think the worst tier will be only D tier. But anyway,
gotcha.
what I was saying about Cutter is that he can really put pressure on like early game. You just got to like make sure that you have everything like in order. I only played him a few times, but he's still worthy enough to be an S tier because he's a great leader in the game. Next up is Kinsano. Uh, I'm gonna place her in C. She's not quite effective as Cutter. Um,
C for Kasano.
she's too. Uh huh. But no, it's actually a K, by the way.
Oh, it's a
her
K.
her name is like, yeah, it starts with the
It could
K.
be pronounced it with a C.
Yeah, that's true. It could be. But anyway, she has really good flame warthogs, and she has really good like overall like flame leader points. But I'm gonna place her in C because she's not as potent as Cutter, but she's a decent leader. I seen like a lot of matches with just only like great or like the best leaders in the game. So I don't really see much of Kinsano. Overall, she's not a bad leader, but I think everyone would agree with me that she deserves to be in C.
I will say this: the
Next,
cropping
next is
on some of these characters is a little weird. Like this one's like kind of like their heads almost chopped off completely.
yeah, but I know exactly who they are.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird, but it's
yeah, the
whatever.
cropping's a little weird. But other than that,
Next, next is Decimus. I'm gonna place him firmly in A. He
okay.
has a good leader power called Decimus Draft that can just wipe out a fucking army. He also has a bulk war, and I think he just got some other stuff that I can't remember. But he's overall an amazing leader. That was my first guy that I played in Halo Wars 2, I'm pretty sure. But overall, he's pretty good if you know how to use him. Uh,
Hmm.
I think his leader is really good. He had some really good dark skies. So it's basically a jump pack brute that like he can use to destroy buildings, which is really efficient. But Despus is really good for what he is, but he's not quite an S tier level or God tier level. But overall, he's a really good leader, and I feel comfortable putting him in A. All
Is
right,
it me
next
or is
we
he
have
or is it me or does he kind of look like a character from Star Wars?
Yeah, he does. I can't really ring my bell on who though.
It's those in Lego Star Wars, those little guys with like the little shock blasters, not the Jawas, the other
Oh
ones. They
yeah,
start with the U. I forgot their
yeah. I know what
name.
you're talking about. Yeah, I can't recall like what
Yeah,
they're called.
I forgot their name. It starts with a U.
Yeah, this is a recent leader that I bought, and I'm firmly happy to say he's in God tier. It's a Yap Yap the Destroyer.
He looks like a golem.
He yeah, he does, but he has excellent grunt goblins. He's got really good heavy grunts, which are like top tier. Like those heavy grunts, like they're so cheap, but so good. He's also got grunt riders, which are really good. They aren't quite as efficient as heavy grunts, but they do their job for buildings. He's also got a methane tank deployers, which are absolutely needed. You need to use those in the game. I would say that every time that you're playing Yap Yap, you want to start with three methane like tanks, like every time.
His name should
But
really be
he,
Yeast Yeast.
yeah, yeah. But he really has no like weakness unless you're getting spammed by wraiths. But if you early spam like grunt goblins, you could really take over the game like really fast. Like that's how good he is. He also has "Please Don't Shoot Me," which stops like the entire fucking game for like 10 minutes, and you take no damage.
Are you gonna
Keep in
censor
mind
this?
that you,
Are you
yeah, but
gonna?
keep in mind, whenever you're using Yap Yap, you want to like time everything perfectly because you really got to know when to use your stuff. Like that that is like the main thing about him. He also has a shield deployment, which is absolutely broken. It's nuts of how like crazy that power is, but it deflects like every like artillery shot possible. I think he also has shade turrets, which are really good
Hmm.
for clearing out like enemies. And he has this big support bomb power that drops methane in the battlefield, and it gives grunts like extra damage. I'm pretty sure, but absolutely where they got tier. I was playing them like earlier today, and I just bought them like today too. But so that's something.
Yeah,
Absolutely where they got tier.
he has a recency bias.
Yeah, but absolutely where they got tier though. All right,
Next
who we
guy,
got next? This is
Doom guy.
Atriox. Didn't he call him like Craig or something? But this is
This is
Atriox.
Craig. Or is it like those memes of Craig the Brute?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
this
and he
guy?
kept on like calling him Craig. I was like, no,
Yeah,
he's not Craig.
that
That's
was during the
Atriox.
Halo Infinite. That was during the first Halo Infinite trailer. I think I'm sure Henry could pull up a screenshot, or I could send him one. But I
Yeah,
think everyone
yeah,
knows what Craig the
yeah.
Brute is.
Yeah, it was during the trailer though.
Yeah, it
But
was like this
that shit was
awful
funny though.
looking creature from Halo Infinite when the first trailer dropped.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Atriox, I'm gonna place in this is actually tough because he's actually really good. Like his power moves are really good. I man, this is tough. I'm gonna place him in God tier. You know what? I'm gonna place him in God tier. Because
All
his
right.
like he has invincibility. Like he has invincibility to like make your units like temporarily invincible to like strikes and like a carpet bomb and mac rounds and stuff like that. But he is really good for like attacking. He's more of an attacking like leader. He has a great hero. It's Atriox's chosen. Once you get like maybe like tier 3 or tier 2 like upgrade for him, he's like nearly unkillable. But he like Atriox is like an amazing leader though. I
Hmm.
play him quite a bit too. He's got like a lot of bulwark, like a lot of not bulwark, but a lot of like laser powers. I can't remember what they're called, but he calls down like beams that like can obliterate like enemies. And there's like a tier 1 power like at the end that you get that like is like better than like the previous one. But
Hmm.
overall, Atriox deserves to be an S, like, or God tier. He deserves to be in God tier, like, absolutely. I think he's one of the best leaders in the game. All right,
Atriox, god of
next.
memes.
All right, next up we
Next up,
have
Master Chief.
uh no, that's not Master Chief.
Yeah,
That's
he looks like
Jerome.
Master Chief.
Yeah, he does, but he's basically Jerome. I played with him quite frequently. I'm gonna place him in B tier, however.
It's first B tier.
He's not as strong as Atriox or Yap Yap, but he does his job. He has a good like commanding mantis. Uh, his leader power that drops a salvo is very good. He also has a leadership, which grants like all your like units extra damage. I'm pretty sure. Then he could summon Omega Team, which is pretty strong actually. But overall, Jerome's a solid leader, but I think he needs more. His Mastodons are okay. I used them a couple of times. They're okay, but he does what he's supposed to do. But he's not really like in God tier level. He's just a solid leader in the game. All
Right.
right,
Next one.
that's all I have to say for him. Is Colony. This guy, I'm gonna place Colony in S tier. Although
Okay.
you could argue he could be in God tier because he's got like really good Goliaths. He also has like really good skitters. That's the main thing that you want to use as Colony is skitters. You don't want to use the wall because that's how I used to play him like when I first got him. Is use the wall power. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called a
Hmm.
Colony wall. I'm pretty sure, or a Hunter wall. I don't know, but
I
anyway,
don't know.
he has a he has really good like a really good tier one like leader power that grants like health per damage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah. That's it. He also has a really good hunter. The hunter captain. The hunter captain is really efficient. If you upgrade that like all the way, it's like really good. He also has Goliaths, which are a rush unit, and they're building killers, but they're pretty expensive. They're pretty expensive to do with the skitters and rush at the same time. But once you place like skitters on like your entire army, it could be like a whole like game changer. It's really efficient, and I think it does the job well. And he deserves to be an S tier. So yeah,
Next,
he kind of looks weird, doesn't he?
little bit. Yeah, he's. I don't. It's like his half his body's like cropped out, or like it's like faded out, as if like his rest of his body doesn't even exist.
It's a race called like Go that he is. It's an alien race in the game. Once you like start like going in further like in the Halo. I know you played like a
That's how
Halo
you.
like a little bit.
That's how you know how foreign I am to Halo, because it's kind of like if like someone who knows a lot about Star Trek was like feeding me knowledge on Star Trek. It's like aside from a few things, I would be like, uh,
Yeah,
just be completely
but
foreign.
we OGs we like to call them hunters. That's what they're originally called because that's what the
Gotcha.
game go by them like ever since we have been playing the like ever since like from two all the way down to like infinite. Well, one they didn't call them hunters. We didn't know what they were until like they said it in two. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they
Next,
didn't say their names in one, unless I could be mistaken. But yeah.
next one. Is this
Next up, we
Arbiter?
have yeah, it's Arbiter. He's
Hey,
gonna
look at
go
that!
in
I know
S
a
tier.
character.
Yeah, hey, you got one. But next one is Arbiter. He's an S tier. He's not quite on God tier level,
That's only
but
because
I
he was
think
in
he's
Halo 2.
yeah. It's but anyway, he has really good what they're called what's their names enforcers. It's basically a building destroying unit, and it's pretty powerful. It's like a whole group of elites that like are very good at destroying buildings. I usually rush those. He also has phantoms, which I don't quite use, but I heard that they're really good. I wouldn't quite rank them like S tier or anything like that. Maybe like an A if I could. Once we do like a unit tier list here in the future, but
Yeah, I'm sure
the,
that'll probably be the next one.
yeah, that'll definitely be in the next one. But the overall hero, Arbiter, he's really broken. Like he's pretty powerful in the game.
Well,
Isn't that weird that
if he's so
like a leader is like really broken? Like
if
when he's the actual leader, you
he's
know?
so broken, why is he not in God tier?
It's because he doesn't do nearly enough as Yap Yap and Atriox.
I
He's
see. All right, I
still
see.
pretty good, but once you actually like play him, you know what I mean. He
Yeah.
doesn't bring much power. I don't know, and I have like played him a lot too, so I know just by putting them in the S tier, I'm comfortable with. He has really good stall powers like stasis and teleport. His tier one power is really good, but he he's missing a little bit more to get him into the god tier level. But he is really good for a waiter though.
Oh, by the
So
way,
overall,
before we move into the
an
next one,
amazing
are you
waiter.
going to rank all these characters within their tier?
Uh, I'm ranking them based on how I play them and how they should be within the tier, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So, like for example, would like Arbiter be higher than like in the middle or the top, as an example, or just gonna leave it as
He'd
is?
be he'd be in the middle, I think. Then Cutter would be at like the bottom S tier. I'm pretty sure
So like
because I'm
this,
pretty sure he's better than Cutter. No, like Cutter at the way bottom, then Colony at like second.
like
Yeah,
this.
that's how I would rank him. The God tier is perfect though, like so far.
All right, next one.
But yeah, that overall, I would say he's better than Colony and Cutter though. He can be.
All right, next one.
Next one is Sergeant Forge. He's a character in Halo Wars One. Spoiler alert if you haven't played it, he dies in the end. But
Spoil. Thanks for
he
spoiling it for me.
no, he's not like a really like important character, but yeah,
He
you're
kind of
not
looks
going to be
like
playing
Master
Halo
Chief in
Wars.
the show.
Yeah, but you're not going
That's
to be
not a
playing
good
Halo
thing.
Wars as the thing, Jay. I don't know if you will or not. Will you be playing Halo Wars?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, but
I have it
you
in my
really enjoy
collection,
it.
I think.
Forge. You see, Forge is really good. He's really good. But I think he he's an A tier leader. Only because the other leaders I find are better. He's not nowhere near like bad. He's just really good at what he does. He has really good grizzlies. He also has a I can't remember like much of him because I've only played him a handful of times, but he just gets like the game like I think he has a really good ecosystem. I'm pretty sure for his leader powers. I'm not too sure, but
Hmm.
overall he's a really good leader though. Like from what I played for the short amount of time that I played with him, but the other ones that are in like the top tier, I play more of because they're more stronger. But Forge is really good for what he is. It's just that I think he needs a little bit more to keep up with the other leaders. Uh, Most people would put him in God tier or S tier, but for me, I'm comfortable placing him in A because I think he's really good. I just need to play more of him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one is Isabelle.
The
Um,
most attractive out
she's
of
really good.
everyone, debatably.
Yeah,
At
but
least for the women. But
she's good.
her cropping is
Uh,
the worst out of all of these.
I'm gonna place her in B though. Uh, she she's like Jerome that has the same issue with not having enough to keep up with everything, but she has like a good leader powers, and this is like the one that, leader that I just don't know any of the powers or anything because I've only played her like twice. But from my knowledge, she's really good. I have like taken control of like games with her. Um, she's got really good efficiency in the actual like game, but I would place her a little bit higher if I played her a little bit more. But I'm comfortable placing her B tier because I think that she does enough and she's really good at what she does, but she's not nowhere near like God or S tier.
She kind of looks like Cortana if she was orange.
Once you play the story, you'll understand who she is.
Okay.
Once you get through that, there's an actual story in the Halo Wars too.
I think strategy games usually have a story mode in them.
Next is Pavium.
This is a big boy.
He's he's very good actually. I'm gonna place him. Ah, damn. I actually play Pavium a lot. You know what? I'm gonna place Pavium in S tier. Not a lot of people would agree with me on that, but he has a really good defensive mechanic to where you can halt out for an entire game and just sit back and relax. The only problem I have with Pavium is that he doesn't have efficient like super units. The Wraith Invaders are fine; they're nothing special. But
But
he,
there's always a but.
but in late game, if he got like the indestructibility for your bases, it's pretty damn good. Um, he has a good uh glass beam. That now I remember like what it's called as a glass beam for the power, but he also can use a resource like gainer ability, which is quite effective. His leader is actually really good. Like Pavium himself as a leader, like as a hero unit, he's pretty damn good. Like if you get that tier 3 upgrade, like he's almost nearly unkillable. But overall, Pavium's a great leader. I feel like that he does a lot, and I could have placed him in A, but I think he deserves S tier because he's really strong for what he is, even
He's
though he's like all defensive.
he's the chunkiest boy out of everyone here.
Yeah, you could just see that he's ready for war.
He's a
you know,
big boy.
yeah, he's big.
He's
But
big.
anyway, moving on, we
Next.
got Shipmaster. This is one of the guys that I recently played actually. Uh, I'm gonna place him in God tier, firmly in God tier.
I wonder who's going to be D
He
tier.
he's really good. He has like a broken honor guard unit that just doesn't die. He also has like good cloaking for all of his units to go invisible, which is really strong.
That sounds
Especially if you're
broken.
playing against like yeah, it's really broken, but it works like really well in your favor if they don't have like any scout infantry like snipers or like rangers. But he's
Hmm.
he's a menace to be reckoned with, man. Like he's an amazing like leader. Um,
I think
I
where you're
took it over control of the game.
I think what you're thinking of is
What's that?
forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah. But he can take control of games like easily if you get like a camo and have a bunch of grunts out on the field right away. So I absolutely love him as a leader, and he absolutely deserves being God tier. Dude, Jay, you got to be on the Halo Wars 2 bandwagon. I swear to God, it's amazing.
I should just get on the Halo bandwagon.
Yeah, the
Dude,
overall
I only
Halo
recently
bandwagon.
got on like the Tony Hawk and Monkey Ball bandwagons. There's so many
Yeah,
franchises I'm just like not on it. I could see it in the distance, but I'm just not there yet.
are you gonna play based on story wise, or are you just gonna play a mix of everything?
Probably
Because
story
I don't think
wise.
it really matters where's yeah.
Usually with the
I don't think it really
with a
matters
game, I
where it
usually.
starts for Halo.
I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry, you go ahead.
I was trying to say something real quick, but usually it doesn't matter where you start with the story wise in the Halo series. So you're free to go anywhere else. But you were saying,
Actually, there is one place you shouldn't go off of Halo 2's ending.
oh, true.
finishing this fight, and then
Yeah,
credits.
the ending in Halo 2 was bad, kind of.
Well,
It was
everyone
kind
know.
of
I think
bad.
most people know why. It's because Bungie didn't have enough time.
They could at least ended it out epically, honestly.
All right, next guy.
The overall
Oh,
game is good. Like the overall
this
game of
guy.
Halo 2 is good.
Actually, this guy might be the biggest boy.
You know, and this is Voridus. And if you know, if you played the like DLC, you know how strong he is, and he absolutely deserves to be an S tier, top of S tier actually.
Top of
He's
us tier.
above or not S tier. I meant God tier. My fault. He deserves to be in God tier, top of God tier. I forgot
There
that
we
I
go.
had God tier. Sorry,
Yeah,
but
like an S plus tier.
yeah, S plus.
That's
But
what God tier basically is.
Fortis, his shit, his incendiary gels are like very strong, and he has like a scavenging right off the bat. Like he can steal resources off your base like right off the bat. He also has a volatile scare, which is quite effective. Um, you got to be really careful with that because it's really expensive. He's just an overall like badass like leader. The brute grenadiers, I spam the hell out of them. Like I spam a lot of them, and once you get like that tier 3 upgrade, it's broken. Like you can like decimate entire like armies with just like incendiary gel. He also has engineers. Um, I can't remember the names of them, but they basically drop incendiary gels, which just adds a more collateral damage to the field. And what the incendiary gel does is basically like whenever you place it on the field, it like spreads this entire like goo, and it does damage overall to your opponents, and it's very lethal.
Hmm.
But his his hero is very good. It's better than uh what's his name? Why couldn't I remember his name?
Ship.
Decimus's hero. It's better than Decimus's hero, but he he absolutely deserves to be in God tier. He's one of the best leaders in the game, and I think it'll be a shock to for everyone for me to place him this high. But I he's my favorite leader currently, so yeah, I had to place him in God tier because just for that reason, and that's the guy that I play the most. Even though I've been playing Yap Yap like a lot recently, this is my go-to. Like this is my waiter that I usually play with is Voridus because he's just too good. Guy's just too good. He can take out like massive armies in just a matter of seconds.
Alright.
Overall, I'm happy with that ranking.
Alright. I think this
Next
is
is Johnson.
Johnson. I actually know. I know who this is too.
Yeah,
There we go. I got two
I'm sure you've
characters.
seen like cutscenes and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, Johnson's iconic, at least in like the main games.
you're 2 for 2.
Woo! And that might be it.
This leader, Johnson, by the way, he's really broken. Like he has like a broken like hero unit. He also has a broken like of his own units that he uses, and he firmly deserves to be in God tier.
Well, you have a lot of
I
god
would say
tiers.
that he deserves. Yeah, I would say that he deserves to be in the third spot of God tier. So I think he's stronger than Atriox and Shipmaster. Although I think Shipmaster is a little bit stronger than Atriox, so I would place him in fourth if you could.
But which one?
The Shipmaster, the elite on the right. I would place Shipmaster like fourth above. But Johnson, he's really broken. He's got like mantises. He's also got colossus, which are really good. But if you get like upgrades for them, they're like nearly unkillable. The only way to like counter this is if you use rates. Like that's the only way that I found out
Oh,
that is
wow.
efficient to like destroy all of them is just rates. Like if you use hunters, it's not going to work. It's not going to do enough damage. If you use like any other infantry, it's not going to work. Even air units don't do that much. Like if you use banshees, it's not going to like do anything. So if you ever like encounter a Johnson, you really need rates up. Like that's like the only thing that can like stop him too. I think, unless anyone else has like a another way of doing it. I personally don't, but that's like the only way that I deal with Johnson and Yap Yap. It's just rates
I mean,
because
you gotta always be careful with it when there's a Johnson. Oh wait,
okay, I see what you did there. That's funny,
sorry, what?
but what I was saying is that rates are probably the only thing that I could think of that like really counter that. Like it's too strong. It's broken, bro. But overall, Johnson deserves to be in God tier. I'm happy that I placed him this high because I've been versed in him so much, and it's ridiculous of how strong he is. But
It's accurate to
he's
how he
worthy
is
enough to be
in.
in God tier.
It's accurate to how he is in the games because he's also God tier for how iconic he is.
Yeah. All they needed to do was add a Master Chief, but they never did. I wish
Which
they
is
did, though.
weird.
It would have been awesome as a leader. Yeah. You'd think that they would add Master Chief, but they just only added Johnson, which
No.
is questionable.
Yeah, or any other
Because
like
Chief is
or
like the most.
Cortana or anyone else from like the main games.
Mhm.
All right, last two.
Anyway, moving on. We got Anders. She is a C tier leader. She has
I'm not
really
gonna
good
lie, I kind of like
sentinels.
her design.
Yeah, her design is really cool.
Yeah, it reminds
But
me of like
she has
Star Wars meets like Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit. Her face reminds me of like Aloy, but like her outfit kind of reminds me of like kind of also like
right.
Star Wars a little bit, at least in the suit.
Dude, I want you to do this tier list with me whenever you get like to Halo Wars 2, because I think
Maybe,
you'll have a lot to say for the tier list too.
yeah, maybe.
But
Jesse,
Anders, she
I
has
hope you don't. Nobody gets the wrong idea of how this tier list is.
yeah. They'll mostly agree with me. They're gonna like see like other like waiters placed differently from other people's lists, but
Oh no, it's
this is
something
just
else.
based on how I view them. What is it?
Notice where all the women are.
Oh, oh, okay. That's got nothing to do with
Yeah, it
the.
has nothing to
That's
do
got
with it.
nothing to
And I
do with
hope
it.
nobody.
Yeah.
I only bring it up just because I feel like if I don't, someone else will.
No, it's just based
It's
on
purely on gameplay.
it's just based on how on gameplay and how good they are. That's why the other
Yeah,
dudes are like higher. But Anders, she's a decent. Her Sentinels are really good. Like I said, she has a really good super unit. I can't remember the name, but it's like a super Sentinel. It's really good. I only played her a handful of times, but when I did, her Sentinels are actually really efficient. It's just that she's not as potent as like say Atriox, say as Shipmaster, say as Johnson or Yap Yap and um
this guy.
Voridus. Yeah, Voridus. But she's not bad, not terrible. It's just that she needs more like to keep up with all the other leaders in the game. But overall, she's solid. I'm sure that there's some Anders mains out there. I don't know, but I just find her to be a decent leader. Next
Maybe,
up,
yeah. So maybe with more experience, she'll be higher.
yeah, but next up is
Last one.
Serena.
Yeah, this is the last one.
And you know what's funny enough? She's in D tier.
Oh,
She's
she's
our
still.
first D tier.
I was wondering where it's like D tier like has been empty the whole time.
She doesn't really do enough to keep up with any of the other guys. I would say even Anders is even better, or like Kinsano is better. But my main gripe with the Serena is that she only has like a freeze ability, which is really good for like other leaders. But as a actual like thing that you got to do, it's not really potent. It's not going to like keep you in the game for much longer. Um, she's really annoying to deal with if she has her bison out. I'm pretty sure that's her hero unit. That's what's called.
Hmm.
That fucker is really annoying, and like when it's like on the field and it deploys, it's hard to get rid of. The only way to like actually like kill it is if you have like a like range units, but it's really hard to like actually like take
Like
control of the
user.
map when she's around. Uh, you know, like cryo freeze. That's
Yeah.
basically
Like
her
liquid
units
nitrogen.
like that. Yeah, yeah. That's basically what she uses for her units. Like she has a cryo flamethrowers. I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
and she has a cryo hornets, which are actually really good. But I don't really see her to be any like stronger compared to the other leaders. But she's good for support. I will give her that. She's a good support unit, but she doesn't have enough to keep up, and she's just gonna get obliterated if you get like two enemies like going at you at the same time. And the overall freeze is really good though. Like the overall freeze is really good. Like that's a really good ability is to halt your units. Unfortunately, it doesn't do much of anything to save you. But overall, she she's in D tier, and I believe that's it.
Yeah, that she was the last one.
I am happy with the overall tier list of what I did. So, guys, that is it, and I hope you all enjoyed. I want you to list in the comment section about what's your favorite leaders in the game. If you see me do any changes, I'd be glad to hear it.
You could always do a
Jason,
revi.
you
You could
want to
always do a
have any
revi.
word?
You could always do a revised version of this list if anything changes.
Yeah, I want you to like play the actual game if you want to like do it with me. Like play the actual game, please
I
do.
would. It's
I'm
just that
begging you.
I need to get a Series X.
You can play it on Xbox One too. What happened to your Xbox One?
That's something's up with it at the moment.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
guys, that's it.
Always
Thank you
remember.
very much, Jason, for but thank you very much, Jason, for like helping me out with this. It
Yeah,
really
no
means a lot
problem.
to me, dude.
Absolutely. I know I could tell you had a
But
lot to say.
make sure you check out Jason. I'm going to be doing a unit tier list next, and that's going to be a long list that we're
There's gonna be
going
a
to
long. We
be
might have to
doing up
like do
ahead.
multiple recordings of that.
Yeah, we're going to do like a lot in that. But overall,
And always
guys, that
remember.
is it, and I hope
Always
you all
remember.
enjoy.
Always
Make
remember
sure.
this. Challenge the argument, not the person.
Uh huh. But make sure you like the video, guys. I will do that unit tier list as soon as I can.
Yeah, and you
It'll
could.
be in the future, but
My channel will be in
I
the
appreciate
description.
y'all watching. Yeah, Jason's channel will be in the description. But take care, and that's it. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.